Hey guys, Nuka here. As preppers, we tend to spend a lot of time and a lot of money invested into our preps. And for obvious reasons, we want those preps to last as long as possible before we have to throw them away, or at the very least, consume them before they expire. So in this video, I'm going to show you how I inventory my preps, and then you can take and pick and choose however you want to do yours, but I would like to get you started with some ideas. For instance, I have each of my preps broken up into different categories: food, fruit, snacks, drinks, and miscellaneous. As well, I have 5 columns for now, and depending on how you set your preps up, you may want to add another column such as location. It all just depends. But for me, what works is I put the brand, type, contents, quantity size, and then the expiration date. For instance, if we look at food and we go down to Sweet Sue, is the brand, it is canned, it is a chicken and dumplings, which I have a video on this if you've probably seen it already. And then I have the quantity, so I have 8 cans of chicken and dumplings, and they are 48 ounces each can. As well, the way I like to inventory with their serial number, at least this is what I would call it, is by their expiration date. Sometimes when you make repeated trips every month or so to Walmart or wherever you go to shop, the food you get will sometimes have a different expiration date that usually varies by the month, sometimes by the year. This is very important, of course, to understand when your expiration date is going to hit and when you're going to have to start consuming these products before it's too late. That way you at least get your money back. So now that y'all have an understanding idea, we'll just kind of scroll through here and we'll take a look. For instance, in fruit, mandarin oranges. So we'll start with great value. They're canned. They're mandarin oranges. I have 4 of those cans, 15 ounces each, and their expiration date is November 29, 2014. This makes it very easy to identify which cans I'm looking for. Like I said, if you have your preps in a whole bunch of different locations, you may want to add a location column here to help you locate the item that's about to expire soon. Now in this example, if we're looking at stacks for instance, if you notice here, this text is in red. The reason I put this text is in red is because this is the current year that we're in. So my recommendation to you to help this stand out is that if you start doing this in 2014, let's actually get rid of this. If you start doing this in 2014, then you need to highlight everything that's in 2014 and you need to make it red. You should always look at your preps, or look at this list at least a month in advance, so that way you can tell what is coming on the chopping block for being expired. And you know what? It's a great surprise because you can open it up, you can eat it, and you don't have to make a trip to the grocery store for certain items. It's really nice. That's why I say you need to prep what you're actually going to consume, because when the day comes up, you may actually eat it. So that's what this red is here, and I recommend you do that whatever year you're in, just highlight it, make it red. That way it stands out, and you know that it's going to expire sometime within that year. Here's another example. If you notice here, I have this strike through. The reason for that is, well, if you look at the date, it has already expired. And I actually ate these cinnamon almonds, which are very tasty by the way. And what this reminds me as well, with it being highlighted and strike through, this reminds me that next time I go to the store, I should pick up another bag of cinnamon almonds if I want to replace it. Same thing with the drinks. You should also inventory your water or anything else. Like for instance, I got V8 canned spicy hot vegetable juice. I don't even drink this stuff. I just got it because when stuff goes down and you don't have certain amenities, sometimes you want something different. So sometimes I buy random things. Not all the times, but sometimes I buy random things to help break up the monotony. As mentioned below, here is the water. So you can have your Nestle bottled water. I have 35 bottles. Each bottle is 16.9 ounces each, and they're all slated to expire in 2014. As well, when you're prepping your water that you make on your own, that you sanitize on your own, you should also add this to the list. That way you have a full inventory of all your preps. And then finally I have miscellaneous. So for everything like barbecue sauce. We got honey, salt, pepper, garlic salt, canola oil for cooking to help grease up the pans. Also inventory that and also give it expiration dates because they do have expiration dates on them. Now, while this looks nice and clean, you should always remember to produce a hard copy. So that's what I have here. I have my little nifty folder. And this folder is actually just full of some notebook paper in case I need to write anything down. But also, it has a hard copy list of some of my stock supplies. It's very imperative that you print off your supply list now before it becomes too late, and then you're not able to print it off when the stuff hits the fan and you have no access to your computers. This way you can take a hard copy, you can make changes, you can pin mark through things, and that way you have an idea of how much food and water you have left before it's too late. So these are just my recommendations for you in order to keep a good, fast inventory of your preps. Nothing wrong with prepping, but if you're organized and you have a good, consistent theme and flow with it, you'll be able to maximize your efficiency in your prepping, and you'll be able to eat the foods that are going to expire soon. So, hopefully this video was informational to you. As before, guys, please rate, comment, subscribe, and I will see you soon. Later.